Hello fellow coffee botherers, in this video I'm going to be unboxing the Delonghi La Specialista Arte espresso machine. So this is a La Specialista Arte. Arte, I think. I've been asked many times by readers and viewers what I think of this machine, whether I think it's as good as a Sage or Breville Barista Express or Barista Pro and other similar questions, and I'm actually getting round eventually to doing this review. So let's get it unboxed. Comes with coffee beans. That feels quite heavy. Water hardness testing strip. And here's the portafilter. I tell you what, that's an impressive feeling, heavyweight portafilter. I like that. Let down a little bit by bits of plastic in there, but the bottom is plastic. It's a shame really, because it's a really nice heavyweight portafilter and then they've put plastic in the bottom. Although Sage, Breville do that in a couple of their entry-level machines as well. So these are standard baskets. The double one is already in, and the single one's there. Anti-lime scale spheres. So this isn't the scaler, this is to, by the looks of it, to stick in your water tank. This scaler, quite a nice tamper. It's nice looking, it looks the same as the handle, the portafilter. Nice metal tamper. Again, slightly let down by plastic, so you've got this nice metal end, you've got this what looks like metal end, which I think is plastic, but then this lightweight plastic bit in the middle. But overall it's quite heavyweight, it looks nice. And it's got like a little holder. Steam one cleaning tip tool, similar to the one you get with the Sage or Breville machines. And we've got what I think very nice. That's interesting. We've got a dosing funnel. Now you can get dosing funnels for the Sage or Breville machines to do away with the mesh you get when you're putting it into the grinding collar, but they don't come with the Sage or Breville machines. You have to buy them separately. They're an aftermarket product. You can get them on Etsy, where people have 3D printed them. But for Delonghi to actually be putting this in with the machine shows they've put some thought and some research into it. So I'm impressed so far by that. I'm assuming that is like a cup riser for the drip tray. Yeah. Little Delonghi branded stainless steel, I assume, jug. Machine, a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. Actually, compact. You could put your your single shot basket in. Your brush, your wand cleaning tool. No, it's not a one tip removal tool. So the one on the Sage machines is, this part is made to help you take the one tip off, but that isn't. Single hole tip. Not a bad looking machine first glance. Brushed stainless steel top and front. I think that'd look nice in most modern kitchens. A nice little hopper. There's no need to have a massive hopper. Left a bit of tape on. Interestingly, the pressure gauge doesn't have any actual pressure indication on it, but I would assume that straight up 12 o'clock is 9 bars, because that's bang in the centre of optimal zone. But whether or not the instructions gives anything away where that is concerned, it appear to. These soft balls are for putting in the water tank. So there's a soft balls bag inside there that you rinse in water and shove in the water tank. I'm assuming it's just some form of like filter or filtration. Got some interesting instructions and tips and stuff in this little booklet showing you what this is for. So that, I like that. That is made to go in there, fit under the grind chute. So that should give us mess-free grinding. If you saw the video I did here on the Breville Barista Max Plus, which is another machine that is clearly targeting the Sage and Breville Barista range, that was messy as heck. There was just coffee pouring out of the basket, all over the drip tray. These have Delonghi have clearly figured out that this is needed. So that's quite impressive, I have to say, that they've thought of that. So let's fill it with water. I'm going to rinse the water tank first. 1.7 litre water tank, I believe. Plug it in. Press OK to rinse. Yeah, that's interesting. We've got water leaking out the back. Give it another go. No, leaking out the back. So that's not gone very well, has it? For some reason, the water isn't getting through from the water tank through the brew path. It's just coming out onto what would be a kitchen worktop. So this was supposed to be an unboxing, set it up and first use review. And I can't do the first use one because, as you saw, this machine won't work. There is a fault with it. I don't want to be unfair to Delonghi because it happens. I'm sure there are lots and lots and lots of people who've got these machines that have had no problem with them. So, you know, just unlucky. So quickly go through the specs. It's got an integrated grinder with 8 grind settings, which I'll come back to. It's got a 1.7 litre water tank. It's got a decent sized drip tray. It's got a pro steam wand on a ball joint. It's got a pressure gauge. It's got 3 adjustable brew temperatures. It's got a thermoblock heater, and it comes with standard baskets, not pressurized. And it has an Americano, well, long black setting, as well as the espresso setting, obviously. I think it looks really good. I'm really impressed with the way it looks. I'm really impressed with the thought Delonghi have clearly put into making something for the home barista, because I wouldn't have really thought that Delonghi would be that bothered about the home barista market. They're a massive company. They're the biggest, in terms of turnover, they're the biggest coffee machine manufacturer in the world as far as I'm aware. And I would have thought that the home barista market is small fry. I'm surprised that they've actually put the attention into it to create a machine like this. Specifically, one of the things I'm really impressed with, as well as the fact that, you know, you've got this home barista kit, this portafilter stand, and the matching handles of the tamper and the portafilter. Really nice, heavyweight, nice feeling, fairly nice looking portafilter. But I'm really impressed with this because they have given us a solution for what would be otherwise a messy grinding setup. So with the Breville Barista Max, when I reviewed that, you saw there was coffee going everywhere, if you saw that video. And you can get these, as I said, for the Sage or Breville machines, but they don't come with the machines, and you can't get them from the manufacturer. You have to get them from a third-party supplier. As I say, a lot of people are 3D printing them on Etsy. So the fact that they've given us this is good. I'm really impressed with that. Little details like the fact that they've given us a water spout, dedicated water spout, and a long black or Americano setting is impressive. They say that it's got a premium heating system, but it doesn't specifically say it's got a PID. So I'm not entirely sure how. It's got 3 temperature settings, as the Delonghi Dedica EC685 has. You know, there's so much going for it. There's so much impressive about it. Obviously, I can't tell you how it is to use yet because I can't use it, but looking at what they've produced, it looks like they've almost cracked it. But this is the big but: 8 grind settings. So for me, they've just fallen down on one detail, and unfortunately this one detail is the most important detail of all, and that is grinding. This isn't a bean to cup coffee machine. It has a group, a portafilter, and it has standard baskets. So grinding is key to espresso quality. When you're using a traditional espresso machine with traditional baskets, you have potential for great shot quality, but the grinding quality and the grinding range is fundamental to espresso quality. So if you're creating an integrated grinder traditional espresso machine with standard traditional baskets, you have to ensure that the grinder has the ability to dial in to get that right grind setting in order to get the extraction as close as possible to perfection. And I don't think you'll ever get perfection from integrated grinder machines. And what I usually say is integrated grinder machines are fine for ballpark dialing in, meaning that you're unlikely to get really precise extraction, but it'll get you somewhere near. I don't know what's much bigger than a ballpark. What's a ballpark anyway? What a stupid saying. But they've done all these great things which would make such a great entry-level integrated grinder machine for home baristas, but then they've ignored the number one most fundamentally important area for espresso. Even their bean to cup machines have more grind settings than this, so to be honest, I'm just not sure what they were thinking, creating a traditional machine with traditional baskets and giving it roughly half the grind settings than they give their bean to cup coffee machines. It's a shame, because if they'd have produced this machine with the same amount of grinding range and settings as the Sage or Breville Barista Express, or better still, the Barista Pro with 30 settings or even more, I'd probably be saying that Sage or Breville have a real competitor here to contend with, but it all falls down with the grind adjustment, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, Delonghi, but this, in my humble opinion, is a great looking machine, has some great features, but it's clearly been made to target the home barista market. And the one thing that stops it from serving the home barista market is the grinding range, which is such a shame, as is the fact that I can't actually use this machine because it's just pouring water everywhere. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to click the like button. Thanks. Not clicking the like button will upset the YouTube fairies, and you might find that things start going missing, like the TV remote or your keys. In fact, maybe that's what happened here. Maybe Delonghi didn't click the like button on too many YouTube videos, so the YouTube fairies hid the other 10 or 20 grind settings that this machine really ought to have. If you've enjoyed this video, why not click here to watch another one? Don't forget to become an official coffee botherer. You need to click this image around here somewhere of my face to subscribe. Tatty bye!